7 common air fryer mistakes and how to fix them. There's no denying it. If you like fried foods but not all the extra calories, then the air fryer is a must-have appliance for your kitchen. Although air fryers are easy to use, there are some common mistakes you must avoid and some tips and tricks that can help you get that magical fried goodness every time. Forgetting the air. The clue is in the name. Air fryer needs air around the appliance, as well as between the food you are frying. Air fryers get very hot in use, so you need space around it so air can freely circulate. Don't use it in a corner or a wedge between the kitchen cupboard and your microwave. The same is true on the inside. Air fryers work by circulating hot air around the food. If you pack too much food in the basket, then it is difficult for the air to circulate and fewer surfaces for the air to cook. So you may end up with a half-cooked and soggy result. Make sure that food is spaced enough to ensure good air circulation and even crisp. Not keeping it clean. Although it is a no-brainer, many of us just don't like the chore of cleaning after cooking, but it's rather essential with an air fryer. At best, the residues from previous uses can affect flavor, but at worst, it can harbor bacteria, and the old grease and crumbs of food can cause a fire risk. Taking a few minutes to soak the basket and wipe the interior is a really good practice to follow. Not using the right amount of oil. Although air frying is conceded oil-less frying, you do actually need some oil to get the best result. And you also need to be quite precise with the amount. Getting the amount of oil wrong can be a disaster. Too much, and the food will end up limp and soggy. Not enough, and it will be too dry, or also limp and soggy. Luckily, it is quite easy to get it right and get perfectly crispy food every time. Firstly, when air frying, put the oil on the food and not in the basket. I have noticed to get the best result when I spray the oil on food. Use 1 or 2 teaspoons of oil and an oil sprayer to easily cover all sides of the food. You can also put the food in a bowl and add 1 teaspoon of oil and toss it really well before putting it in the basket. While doing that, don't forget your seasoning. Always start with just little oil first. 1 teaspoon is usually enough for most frying projects. If the food looks a bit dry, you can always spray a bit more on it. Some fatty foods like bacon or fatty meat won't need any oil at all. Also, if your food has a tendency to stick on the basket, you can spray a bit of oil on it before putting in the food. Using the wrong oil. This is rather important as not all cooking oils are created equal. You will get much better results if you use high-quality cooking oil. As with any cooking, the better the ingredients, the better the taste. But what is even more important is the smoking point of the oil that you use. As air fryers operate at very high temperatures, reaching up to 204 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit, it's vital to pay attention to the oil's smoking point. The smoke point is the temperature at which the oil starts to break down because of the heat, then starts to smoke and gives your food a bitter taste or even bursts into flames. For example, avocado oil has a very high smoke point and can easily tolerate high heat frying, up to 520 degrees Fahrenheit or 271 degrees Celsius. That makes avocado oil one of the most suitable oils for cooking in an air fryer. However, if you don't like avocado oil, then extra light olive oil is also an excellent air frying oil. This oil should not be mistaken for a similar sounding oil, extra virgin olive oil, which has a much lower smoke point and is not suitable for air frying or any other type of high heat frying, really. However, the smoke point of extra light olive oil is 460 degrees Fahrenheit or 237 degrees Celsius. extra light olive oil has a pale yellow color and has a subtle, delicate flavor. It is a really good option for air fryers. Now, I know many of you are tempted to use butter, as butter gives the food a really nice flavor. But unfortunately, because of the milk solids in the butter, it is not suitable for high heat frying. However, if you really do want to use butter for your air fryer recipes, then you need to clarify it first. I have left the link in the description below this video for easy instructions on how to clarify butter to be suitable for frying. Okay, the next one is not preheating your air fryer. This is not super important, but it can really help to improve the crispiness of your food. Like a conventional oven, the air fryer needs to be hot, so it starts cooking as soon as you put the food in. Air fryers are relatively small and can heat up quickly, so just turn it on for a few minutes before putting the food in, so it's ready for frying from the start. Not turning or shaking the food. To get evenly crispy food, we often turn our food when cooking in the oven. It is also a good practice to turn the food in the air fryer. It's worth developing the habit of checking the food at the halfway point to turn it, or give the basket a shake when air frying. It is particularly important if your basket is really full, so shaking the food around a bit will really help it cook evenly. Not using your air fryer for its full potential. Air fryers are really great for, well, frying. But that is not the only thing this device can be used for. So don't let the name trick you into just using it to fry stuff. Air fryers are actually incredibly versatile. You can use your air fryer to reheat leftovers, bake a loaf of banana bread, cook a pizza, make donuts, or even potato chips. There are many proven recipes for an air fryer that go beyond just the obvious. You can certainly do some experiments on your own to make sure that you get all you can out of your air fryer. Would you like to know how to make deliciously crispy sweet potato fries in an air fryer? I have left a link for you in the description for my latest video on making crispy sweet potato fries in an air fryer. Check it out now.